Willeys friends. There's two of them. They want to know if they can jump off the edge of the pool, but there's signs all around that tell them no, they cannot. So I tell them no. Judith, swimming also. Here comes Jenny. Now they're swimming up to meet each other. Okay, there's their friend Judith walking along the bank. About to jump in the water. There's Jenny. You can see the pool stretches down there to the deep end with the trees around it, all the way around. Well, you can see the countryside around. And the girls laying there talking. Right there's the diving board. Laughing and giggling. See the river in the background between the trees. And over there is where you play frisbee or ball when you want to throw it around. Go get it. Judith and Jenny. Going back to get the ball, they'll be right back. There's Jenny and Judith. Rubbing each other with sun cream. This is Andrea. Judith, Hello.
My old friends, Hannelore Grosser, Gerfried Hopf, Elfriede irgendwas Schill. They all have different names now because they all married and so forth. So this is just. There's Hannelore and her husband. Elfriede Schill and everybody. Jutta Kreml. All my old friends. Nun sagt mal alle schön Hallo Amerika.
Hallo Amerika!
Andreas Balluda playing tennis, table tennis, or trying to anyway. This is him, couple friends of his. This is at the swimming pool. Everybody can just get out a ball and table tennis racket and play some table tennis. Anders haben willst, brauchst du uns nur Bescheid zu sagen.
Ich
Ne? Sitzt du jetzt gut, Annalena?
Danke, ja.
Gut. Gut. Mach mal so einen Moment deine Beine ein bisschen zusammen, dass wir mal so ein bisschen das besser aufnehmen können. So.
Na, Marlene. Hello, komm hier. Ja.
Na ja, so ist das schön. Und der Vater macht vielleicht mal eine Zeitung einen Moment runter.
Na, der typische Vater, huh?
Machst
He's
mal eine
reading the
Zeitung einen
newspaper.
Moment runter, machst mal Hallo. Ja.
Ja. So.
Brauchst dich nicht stille zu halten, kannst ruhig was machen. Wir brauchen bei dem Bild
kann
nicht
ich
so...
Kann ich ruhig mit dir
Party,
Naja.
kommst du denn mal?
Ja.
Bitte. Du hast dich schon im Krankenhaus fotografiert. Ja, ganz gut, ganz. Ich stehe so blöd, das hast du das letzte Mal schon gesagt. Ja, sehe ich auch. Ich weiß nicht, gut fotografieren. Das macht nichts. Wir gehen jetzt hier hin, setz dich da hin und dann setz ich mich
mit meiner blöden Visage.
So.
Nein, nein.
Ja.
Und wieder hinter der Zeitung versteckt ist der.
Siehste. Er versteckt sich immer hinter der Zeitung, Oma reibt sich die Augen, siehste.
Ja.
Brauchst nicht Stille zu halten bei dem Ding.
Nee, kannst dich bewegen.
Kannst winken.
Winke kannst so machen oder so.
Ja, ihm Malzbier geben, so ein Kinderbier.
Ja, da musst du Starkbier sagen, aber das gibt's glaube ich nicht das ganze Jahr.
Ja, das ist ja ganz richtig kapiert, was
Ja, weil das Dunkle heißt, wenn du bei uns dunkles Bier sagst, wenn du bei uns dunkles Bier sagst, dann meinst du Malzbier.
Ja.
Wenn du das dunkle Bier sagst, was du meinst, dann sagst du Starkbier.
Ja, im Allgemeinen kapiert, was ich wollte, weil ich immer gesagt habe, ich will 2 Pilze haben.
Glaubst du, das muss heller sein?
It won't hurt anything.
Aha.
Muss ich da einstellen, Brent? Das ist besser.
Ja, musst dich am besten neben Carstens fassen.
No,
Hier der Seite.
later.
Und dann machen wir hier hoch ein bisschen.
Oder
Ja,
so.
so.
Machen wir ein bisschen
Oh,
hoch.
that, no.
Nee, das ist
So,
nicht gut.
der helle Licht ist
dann
das
scheint
schlimmer.
das Licht immer so.
Ja, that's better da. So, don't let me bother you. Lasst mich euch nicht stören.
Hallo?
Nein, lasst euch gar nicht stören.
Das ist gut.
Der Carsten macht wieder
So,
Schwein.
nack mal. Carsten, Moment, ich bin nackt nicht da. Ja?
Mein lieber Mann, da steht das aber alle hier so
Hier, ich
schön.
muss so ein Foto haben. Mit meinem lieben Sohn drauf.
Ja.
dachte, das war eben Carsten seine Hand, die von drüben drauf. Ich habe mich schon gewundert, dass der mich anfasst. Nee.
There's Karsten trying to sink into the corner
Ja.
with his dribble cup.
Aber wegen dem Bierchen heute Abend braucht ihr euch nicht aufzuregen. Da könnt ihr trotzdem da unten schlafen.
Das ist mir Aufgabe, wir sind ja wohl alt genug.
Ja, das meine ich nämlich. Was hast du denn vorher dann überhaupt für Gedanken gehabt?
Yeah. So I'm gonna stop for a little while now then.
Genau, denn.
Also wenn er trauert, du nimmst jetzt auf.
Hi! Können wir gleich hier abkommen.
Ciao, bumm. Und dann, wenn das grüne Licht leuchtet? Jetzt nimmst du immer noch auf. Ich sehe nichts.
Soll ich jetzt irgendwas essen?
Ja, essen ist gut.
Deutsche Fernseher, Wahnsinn!
Die Mutter ist schon weg.
Und die?
Die schon. Ja.
Nein.
Die Mutter hat nichts gesagt.
Nein, was soll ich sagen? Ich war mit meiner Mutter echt gut einkaufen. So.
Das ist ja gar nicht kapiert, das ist ja gar nicht anders, willst du?
Ich bin gefährlich mit solchen Sachen hier.
Die Haustür ist nicht interessant.
Ihr sollt uns Kuchen mitbringen, mach dich weg, ich sage es dir.
Oh, deutscher Hintergrundradiomusik. Hallo. Er ist also faul oder so lahmarschig, keiner sagt was.
Carsten sagt was. Da sagt er zum ersten Mal nie im Leben irgendwas. Ja. Hast du eine Adapterkassette dafür mit? Wo man die Filme abspielen kann? Hm? Okay. Das Fabrik bestimmt wieder da.
Hey, du da. Komm mal hoch, du Depp.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar, Satt. Hey, Gerd. Guck mal. Dass man weiß, wer es ist, der da liest. Sagt schon wieder nichts. Jetzt musst du was sagen.
Ich mache jetzt Werbung.
Du machst Werbung.
Für Buttersterne.
Buttersterne. Da sind Buttersterne. Okay, also mach Werbung. Porno machen.
Ja, ich gebe dir gleich Porno. Was soll das eigentlich, Gartenzwerge?
Hab ich Gartenzwerg gesagt?
Und wer hat's erfunden, du Hund?
Das kann nicht sein.
Hey, du da.
Hä? Sicher?
Klar.
Tatsächlich.
La 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 la.
Ja, nur los, Lieschen. Ja, los, Liesel, lauf!
Wie kriegst du?
Ihn. Er hat so an die
Ach so,
Bahn
ihn.
gepischelt.
Yeah. Jetzt steht die nur.
Ja, jetzt stehen sie
Now
nur.
she's just standing there.
Vielleicht tun sie uns ja gleich
Ja.
nochmal den Gefallen. Die Jungs machen jeden Baum an. Na Liesel, renn doch nochmal. Noch renn doch nochmal. Na los.
Ja, Lisi, renn, los, renn. Du kommst nicht mehr mit.
Du ist gut.
And these grounding handles to the canes. Mr. Wagner, is Peter Wagner.
so?
Ja, ja. Here he is, working. Here's Peter's mother, she's helping. Cutting and coloring. Just move them out. Just like a pencil sharpener, but around the edges. And then they have the nice white edges on them. Uh-huh. And then they put them over there. Dry. You can see it's not really a big place. They make all types of things here. And you can see some of the parts that have come off. And the saws that they use and the tools. This is a tooling factory. Let me go in the other room here. Here we have the different ones. This is a die bin where they color them. The helper. He's working on it now. And they have a dyeing room back there. They put the wood in hot water, heat it up, and then they use these things here in the background. They bend it around and lock it in the form. And that's what gives the canes the handle. And then they're polished.
Also, wir machen gleich noch was anderes. Warte erstmal. Jetzt wollen wir erstmal fertig machen, dann machen wir noch mal was anderes.
Ja.
Ne?
Muss man auswechseln, hä?
Bitte, jetzt wird ein anderes Messer.
Aha.
Schwächeres Messer.
He's just
Also es geht ja auch auf
showing me a
den
different way of doing it.
Siehst du, das ist schmaler, da kommt das hier rein. Hier.
Uh-huh.
Ist es?
For the smaller canes, then he has a different type of knife that they use to put on here, and an electric motor that rounds it. Rounds it up nice. Nice and round. Und wie lange hat so eine Stock hält eigentlich immer aus, oder?
Bitte?
Die gehen nie kaputt, oder?
Ja, naja, die gehen schon, wenn die, vor allen Dingen, wenn sie im Feuchten liegen bleiben.
Used in the canes and before they've been worked. And here's some others. Here he has some hanging on his fence. He's bringing some in. Let me give him a hand. So it's all part bringen?
Ja, ach nee, das, ja, kannst du ein paar mit rein.
Okay. I'm going to help bring some in. Filling in some of the small cracks that happen in the pipe. Everything's done with the hands and machines here to help each factory work in essence. those that need to be worked on get hung over here. His wife can fill in the cracks. Those that are okay carries across and just come back here.
Müssen die auch vorne oder nein?
Ja, ich hier Dinge. 35.
He's showing me the different size heads they use to round off the ends. He sorts them out as he's cutting the ends off so he knows which ones are going to where.
Die, ja, die hier.
Ja, können Sie gleich geben, was?
Ja, das sind Leinen.
Yeah. Right now he's getting one out that would be used for fishing. This portion here is fitted inside a cane, and then you could take it out and use it.
Das ist nicht.
That one's no good. But you can see some of the various canes he's using. All different types. There's the city walking with the blunt ends and coming with the sharp one. And then it stretches out and looks like a cane, but it's all with man-made material.
So, und hier ist er da drin.
And then the
Haben die hier was zeigen.
with the it stretches out to a fishing pole.
So, und dann kannst du es hier zusammenstecken.
Yeah, and then you can pull it together, and then you have it, and that fits inside the cane.
So, und dann geht's hier.
Here.
Ist das?
Und
dann kommt der Griff hier oben drauf.
And then the handle is put on there.
Also, der Griff, genau der Verschluss wie der hier ist hier.
Yeah, they put one on like that one there.
Ne?
Like this one here.
So, der kommt hier rein. Ne? Dann
That
ist,
was a Regenschirm.
dann ist es wie ein Stock. Ne?
And then it's like a stick.
Dann ist es genau wie ein Stock.
Where they make the canes. And up ahead you can see the Hospitalbrunnen, or the hospital spring. They're working on putting down new sandstone rocks around it, and they have to lay the sand underneath and fit the stones in so that everything looks nice and fits right. Why they call it the Hospitalbrunnen, I don't know. Maybe this old building that they're working on restoring across the way here was at one time a hospital. I know it was a church at one time. It could have probably been a hospital also. They're working on restoring that. But here you can see them working there. Putting down the sand and everything. And the rock he's got in his hand right there. Wird gefilmt!
Aber nicht wenn wir stehen, das taugt nichts.
Ne?
Da fallen wir auf.
He says not to film when they're working or standing around, but to do it when they're working, and they all jump to it. Over here, there's a pile of stones they're using to do a driveway. And in the background, you'll notice one of the East German border towers. That's how close to the border they are here. They're restoring this one building here to the right. They used to keep horses there, but an electrician bought the building, and he's restoring it so that he can use it for an electrical shop. This is the old entrance to Barbara's father's garden, with the old gate here, which they no longer use. Here's his tool shed and the garden shed where they can sit out. And we sit out here in the evenings sometimes. And right up here I'm coming up to the back of the house. Here's the garden tour, garden gate. Hello! Hello? Yeah? I'll be right up.
Kalt. Der ist am Donnerstag von Rotenburg aus dem Krankenhaus, den haben sie ja nicht operiert, ne?
Das hat mir die Frau Traubert erzählt.
Ja, und er muss sich unheimlich vorsehen, er ist überhaupt nicht belastbar. Ist überhaupt nicht belastbar. Nur gerade, dass er so einen Tag nimmt und sich mittags hinlegt und...
The gate or Tor. It's some of the best drinking water in Allendorf. Here you can see over here a portion of the old city wall. Police moving down in. So I'm going to cross over to it. You can see the pedestrian zone here. You can see this fairly busy corner. They planted nice flowers and bushes over here. People still come here to get drinking water because it's so nice. You can see the bench here to sit under the tree. See here where you can wander around. And the cobblestone walkway here. Yes, I know. Wanderkarte, or a map to show you the different areas you can wander around in and the distances. See if I can get this in the picture here. There's the different areas here. Huh? Here on the map. And then the writing here. Showing you the distances, the various locations, and what's what. Swinging around here, we have the Tor and the Lindenbaum, linden tree. Some beautiful flowers here. And the bench, and again the fountain. You may move up and get it. There's even for wheelchair patients here next to the stairs a ramp. There's a song and a poem about this. Let's see whether I can even get it in. There we are. It's in Old German, explaining that he wrote a song in 1827. And you can see here still the water coming out. And there in the background is Karsten's grade school. I'm going to walk down by there in a few minutes. Street now. They've added on additions. Karsten used to go to school back and they sold the buildings back in here. Before we moved to Arizona. I'm moving down the sidewalk here. And in the background you can see the church steeple. It's a little bit overcast, as if it may rain, but I don't think so. I'm gonna shut it off here for a minute. Or I'll just leave it on so that you can see the walkway down here. I think I will shut it off. You can see the front of the school once I get it. Here you can see the front of the school and it goes on down there. And this guy sign that says school. The gymnasium portion of the school. This is the graveyard next to the church here, where Barbara's mother is buried. A portion of the old city wall here. You can see it. And over here the Vera River. I'm gonna walk on down closer to it. And you can see, of course, here the wall that used to surround the city. And here you can get a view of the old church tower that you've seen in so many different views. This leads down to near the downtown portion, and this is just a pedestrian zone where you can walk and take it easy. And down here next to the river you can walk. And here you can see the river and the bridges as you move up. And the meadow. And across on the other side there's a soccer field and the bank on one island. And here, some of the homes on the thing for the river. So that when it gets too full, it flows around that side because they use this portion for high efficiency, low speed electric power generation here. And then the extra water is pushed off here to the side and flows around what's not needed. It leads up into the old portion and up towards Steinstrasse or Stone Street. They're doing some construction on the bridge here, and when they're through they're going to make it a pedestrian zone or emergency vehicles only. And see, this is called Fischerstadt, and during their harvest festival, everything is decorated with little lights and lamps, the whole river portion. And if you look up here, you can see this portion. Back here, just the way I've come. Let me walk out onto the bridge a ways. You see the construction is taking place here. You see up here on the wire. And then further up the river. And the river is actually pretty low. You can see part of the flood walls there. Normally, sometimes it comes up to there. And how this portion of the old wall came around to here. The way I was just walking, it's called Graben, which is the name of the way. Let me walk up here and see what I can film. This is the ice dealer where Barbie used to go when she was younger after school for an ice cream or a Coke. We're coming up on the center of town. Looking at it and the signs that tell you where you're going. And a view from here. And a view from here. Barbara's grandmother used to live down here. Next to the church. In the one house here. Right there. You can see how they painted some of the other homes. Some of the narrow streets that go through here. And all the streets are cobblestone or brick. Moving over towards the church area here. Another portion of the stones used in the old city wall. Church you can see back there. Down here is the street where there was the doorway through the old city wall. And here you can see the doorway down there. This is the church here. here's where Barbara's grandmother used to live, right up here. Right next to the church. This is the old kindergarten, still used for kindergarten, which is run by the Protestant church. We're just walking the street back to where I left the car, allowing you a nice view of Steinstraße, or Stone Street. See the flower boxes out. You can see how narrow the sidewalk's getting up here. Turn to look if I can cross the street. And here we are. Coming up on an intersection here. Where the homes go back in that direction. Street goes up that way. On the Ackerstraße. And ahead of us again, you can see the spring in front of the gate with the linden tree.
My girlfriend from a long time ago, and she has her birthday on the
9
same
Uhr
day I do.
Verkehrsberg.
And she's
Ja?
as old as I am, and we went to
Gut,
school
habe ich
together for
notiert.
the first 4
Ich danke
years.
Ihnen schön, ne? Tschüss.
And that's about it.
And she has a
Now
beauty
she
shop
has
here.
Now she has a beauty shop.
Ja.
Ach, ja, finde ich aber nicht so gut.
Man kann es sogar ausmachen.
Das ist ja das, was mir heute vorhin zu mir gesagt hat. Die Lehrerin, kennst ja auch, Frau Fohler.
Ja, klar.
Und die sagte zu mir, die Älteste, die Annette, die hat auch
Das
einen
mag ich
Sportinternat.
From Bad Sooden-Allendorf to Nuremberg, and I'm just taping a little of the Autobahn here. The loud noise is from the rack we have on top of the car.
Luggage rack.
Luggage rack.
but you'll be able to see it for a while. And then on the other side you can see it again. But your window's awful dirty over there, so you'll need to watch out.
Trees everywhere. I just love it. Try to get a little of Fulda on the tape. We are bypassing a trailer.
Vacation started for certain portions. Germany, school vacation.
Now we are bypassing a truck. They are only allowed to drive very slowly here.
50 miles an hour.
50 miles an hour. Everybody else can just rush along the highway. As you can see by the trees rushing by. I stop again and turn it on when Fulda is coming. Pretty soon Fulda should come up. The weather is not very good today, even though we had beautiful weather all last week and the week before, but this week it's not very good.
You can see a portion.
Or today I mean. I don't think I saw anything, Brent.
Then you need to turn it off till we get back to the other side.
Okay, now I have a little something. Portion of Fulda, I hope somebody can see something through all those trees.
And then you'll have it turned off until we get back here.
We are back on the highway. We never left the highway though.
Freeway.
Freeway. I'm sorry.
Portions of Fulda, when the trees are gone.
It's even getting worse. Probably raining pretty soon. Just looks so nice. We arrived in Bavaria. We are very shortly in Nuremberg. This is just the surrounding area in Koppenreuth is just a subdivision, suburban area of Nuremberg. The pine trees on the right and to the left are part of the Bavarian forest thing. See, there's Nuremberg. there's a military sign where the military is, and we are probably passing the PX in the commissary there.
That's the exit to the PX commissary.
Where we have to exit, that's where it is.
Exit there.
Oh, you're not going to exit
I'm
there?
just gonna go straight on through.
Huh?
You want me to exit there?
No, not necessarily. If it would be still open, we could, but otherwise, no.
It's closed.
We are coming closer and closer to
Wie
Nürnberg.
siehst du denn aus? Fragte die Hexenmutter und sah ihre Tochter Xixu entsetzt an. Was um Teufels Willen hast du mit deinen grünen Haaren gemacht? Gefärbt, sagte Xixu. Rot gefärbt mit Tomatenketchup. Grüne Haare sind grässlich. Ich bin doch keine Spinatwachtel. Die Mutter seufzte. Es war zum Verzweifeln mit diesem Kind. Nur Unsinn hatte Xixu im Kopf. Und lernte sie ihr Hexen einmal eins? Nein. Kam sie pünktlich zur Zauberstunde? Nein. Hielt sie ihre Hexensachen in Ordnung? Nein. Dauernd verbummelte sie etwas. Mal fehlte die Zauberkugel, ohne die ein braves Hexenkind nicht herumlaufen darf. Mal war das Zauberbuch nicht aufzufinden. Sogar die Hexenpantoffeln musste Xixu ständig suchen, weil sie irgendwo stehen ließ und dann vergaß. Wasch dir das Tomatenzeug aus den Haaren, sagte die Hexenmutter streng. Wir wollen zur Großmutter fliegen. Die wird heute 8888 Jahre alt. Wo ist denn mein Besen? Fragte Xixu, nachdem ihre Haare wieder hübsch grün waren und vom Kopf abstanden. Niemand hatte den Besen gesehen. Die Mutter nicht, die Schwestern nicht. Kater Kusch sagte nur Mau, was so viel hieß wie keine Ahnung, wo dein Besen steckt. Ohne Besen keine Reise zur Großmutter, sagte die Hexenmama. Du musst zu Hause bleiben. Das aber wollte Xixu nicht. Kann ich nicht mit auf deinem Besen fliegen, bettelte sie. Die Mutter schüttelte den Kopf. Erstens ist es verboten, Kinder mit auf den Besenstiel zu nehmen. Außerdem ist das die Strafe für deine Schlamperei. Mit betrübtem Gesicht sah Xixu zu, wie sich die Mama und die Schwestern auf ihren Besen in die Luft erhoben und langsam davonflogen. Xixu überlegte. Es musste doch etwas geben, mit dem sie fliegen konnte. Natürlich, wozu gab es diese seltsame Maschine? Als die Hexenmutter und die Schwestern bei der Großmutter ankamen, staunten sie nicht schlecht. Wer saß da bereits bei der Großmutter und aß von der Geburtstagstorte? Xixu. Wie kommst du denn hierher? Riefen sie wie aus einem Munde. Ich bin auf dem Staubsauger geflogen, sagte Xixu wichtig. Das ist sozusagen ein Besen mit Motor. Neumodischer Kram, sagte die Hexenmutter ärgerlich. Man muss eben mit der Zeit gehen, kicherte die Großmutter. Dann fügte sie ernst hinzu. Aber nächstes Mal sollte das Mädchen unbedingt einen Sturzhelm aufsetzen. Klar, rief Xixu vergnügt. Aber rot muss er sein, dann sieht man wenigstens meine grünen Haare nicht.
To the harbor now, just a little bit of the harbor, and I hope to catch something of it on my right hand side. And I also hope that we have some time left tomorrow or on Sunday to film some of the beautiful old city from Nürnberg.
I'm going to. Here's the river and the harbor right up there on this side.
Okay, here's the river.
See the boat there on the right there?
Here's the river Neckar. That's it. There's Bavarian forest to the right and to the left. I missed the harbor. But maybe we can find some time tomorrow and get it on. We have to drive a little outside the city because that's where we used to live and our friends still live. Neumarkt is the one we want to take. I'm just going ahead and take a look at this countryside scenery because that's mainly where we enjoyed ourselves. We are going off in Wendelstein. Brent had an accident here once. Somebody drove into our car. The weather is still not very nice, but since we are only here for 2-3 days, we have to take it as it comes.
Weiter geht's mit dem Vögeltour aus Naila und dem alten Wanderburschenlied Als ich einmal reiste in das Sachsen bei Malland. Und darauf hören wir die dort stehende Stufenmusik mit einer böhmischen Polka. Als ich einmal in das Sachsen bei Malland, da war ich der Reichste, das ist der wirklich wahr. Da war ich der Reichste, das ist der wirklich wahr. In 2 Jahren Frieden, so kommt mir von Land zu Land, das ist der Frieden, das ist der wirklich wahr. Das ist der Frieden, das ist der wirklich wahr. Als ich
along the way, and we are entering Pierbaum now. In the meantime, it gets darker, and later, what time do we have? We have
some sort of
8:53. This little village is called Pierbaum, which is about 4 kilometers off from our little hometown. On our right side, we'll see the disco Carsten used to go. There it is.
Hans Café.
That's right.
There's the church tower.
There's the church tower.
Which is being repaired, evidently.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's being cleaned up, I think.
Cleaned up, yeah. And as everybody notices, the streets are a little wiggly. Wiggly waggly. Turning around. There's a nice house over there, a coffee and a butcher. Bank on the left-hand side. In this village, almost all the time, a couple American families are living here. People are renting out their houses and so forth. And I don't know why they chose this village before some other villages, but they do. Maybe renting is easier. And now I'm just staying on until we get to Postbauer where we used to live. And Brent is getting homesick. He's starting to drive faster.
I'm out of town.
When it's not raining, it's really beautiful. People are walking on the sides here, or walkways inside the forest. They can just walk around.
Jenny and I used to ride our bicycles here.
It's true. Go from the Chemnat side in Brent, we could
get our old house.
Take our old house right away. Forest everywhere. There it says Chemnat, and that's where we lived. just swaying me around here. There's a little store. It's already closed because it's much too late for the stores to have open. They close Saturdays at 1 o'clock at noontime, and whoever doesn't have what he needs is out of luck. Until Monday morning. There's a little chapel there, and now comes Finkenweg, where we used to live.
We're on Finkenweg, Jenny.
We are on Finkenweg, on the beginning or the end, however you want to see it. Over there's the playground Jenny always played on.
If it's still there.
I'm sure it's still there. And
They're on the corner.
there on the corner is the house we lived in.
Just a lot prettier.
Das hättest du nicht unbedingt zu sagen brauchen, Jenny. Aber ist schon in Ordnung. Now comes a little.
Das kann man hören, Jenny. Das nimmt auf.
Now comes a little way nothing, and then we are at our friend's house. I mean, we have more than that one couple here we know, but that's the ones we want to visit tonight.
Ich verstehe schon, was du meintest. Aber das gehört uns nicht.
Brent just pushed me back in my seat. Baden, no, one more or so, where it goes to the post office.
That's past that.
Brent. This one. This one. Okay. You're taking a turn, and there is the house we want to go to.
Here? No, there.
That one. It looks like Carsten's car is there.
Let me turn around.
Okay. I'm
Jenny,
just
which
taking
one?
a break.
Guten Abend.
Ja, da traut die Frau, no, das macht nichts. Die in der Küche, gehen Sie rein.
Guten Abend.
Abend.
Hallo. Wie geht's denn?
Danke
Die
schön,
Kleinigkeit.
danke schön.
Wie geht's denn?
Gut, kann man sagen,
Gut sieht's
ja.
aus. Und die Oma sieht ja auch noch so
Ist
gut
gut,
aus.
Schäfer.
Toll.
Ja.
Gut sieht's aus.
Besuch.
Ja, ja.
Er nimmt gleich alles auf.
Ja?
Dann gehen wir mal hoch, ne?
Nein, bleib zu Hause, trinken wir noch ein Gläschen. Was? Immer laufgehen. Trinken wir ein Gläschen Schnaps und ein Bier.
Ja, aber erst musste ich aufnehmen, der begrüßen.
Ach so.
Erst müssen wir die Marina begrüßen. Wir können ja dann wieder runterkommen.
Ja? Hier sehen Sie bitte, hier haben wir auch, das haben wir jetzt so weit.
Ja, here is showing
Wir haben
us
wir
what
schon.
we've done.
Ja.
Look at the nice room they've added.
Ja.
And the fireplace that'll be there.
Wir haben es ja schon auf den Bildern, auf den Hochzeitsbildern
Ja,
gesehen.
hat er schon
Der
gesehen?
Gerd hat schon
So, and the
Hochzeitsbilder
garden
mit.
back here.
Der Gerd Ganz 30, 40 Stück.
Also, da kommt jetzt noch mal so dick drauf und dann schöne Platten.
Ja, ja.
Sie sehen auch schon gut aus, ja? Haben sich erholt.
Schön hier.
Ja.
Toll.
Wunderbar.
Wollen wir erst mal hochgehen? Wie geht's hier denn heute?
Ja, es geht. Ich glaube, die sind
Du
unten.
kommst da runter, trinken wir Schnäpschen, ne?
Gleich.
Du hast doch Zeit.
Ja, ja.
Marina! Sie noch oben oder
Ist
unten?
oben.
Oben schon.
Und der Kinderwagen ist schon da. Mensch.
Kann man gleich unten.
Ja, ja.
We're coming to Marina's apartment. And there she is.
Mein Schatz. Hallo.
Na,
Wie
ihr den
geht's
dunklen
dir denn?
Flur?
Toll siehst du aus. Gar nicht richtig, als wenn du ein Baby hättest. Musst du so unbedingt aus der Wiese holen. Schatz, du hast doch nichts zum Abendbrot gemacht. Ich hab dir doch extra gesagt, du
Doch.
sollst nicht noch. Wo ist das Anderchen?
Anderchen ist gerade weg, wir haben gewartet und war. Meint, ich soll auf ein Bier wegfahren? Hab ich gesagt, ich rufe dich sofort an, wenn
Das
du kommst.
tut uns so
Und jetzt
leid.
ist er gerade weggefahren.
Naja, jetzt lässt ihn aber auch erstmal weichen.
Nee, ich habe schon angerufen. Ich habe
Bist
ein
du
Auto
denn
gehabt und dann habe ich hinausgeschaut. Ach, die sind da. Und dann habe ich gleich angeschaut.
Aber schön hast es und deine Küche ist auch fertig.
Ja, die
Heißt ein Mädchen. Hast du gefragt? Die Jenny hat schon gesagt, Mensch, das wird bestimmt ein Mädchen.
Ja, ich habe mir das weil ich schon so ein wenig enttäuscht war, ne? Weil wenn jeder, ja, ich wollte die ganze Zeit ein Mädchen, ne? Und dann wenn jeder einredet, das wird ein Bub, ne?
Ja.
Dann bildet man sich das ein.
Mikrowellenofen hast du auch?
Ja.
Schön.
Der
Das ist
Andi,
Maria.
ne?
Ohne
Der ist
Mikrowellenofen kann man gar nicht mehr
Der ist
leben.
total gegen die Mikrowelle, ne? Und kauft einen Mikrowellenherd, ne? Und jetzt
Du siehst gar nicht aus, als wenn du
The
ein
kitchen.
Baby kriegen würdest. Außer, dass du so ein kleines Ruppelchen hast.
Bedroom.
So ein schönes.
Jetzt war ich heute beim Frauenarzt, ne?
And the entranceway.
Hat er gesagt, also wir
Everything
müssen
nicely
aufpassen,
done
dass das
and
noch
fine.
vielleicht 4 Wochen, dass wir das drin lassen. Ne? Hab ich gesagt, wieso 4 Wochen? Ich habe doch noch bis Ende August. Ne? Hat er gesagt, ja, das drückt schon ganz schön. Ne?
Das hat sich mal auch schon ein bisschen gesenkt, oder? War das noch nicht höher? War das noch nicht höher, dass es dir hier so unter der Brust stand? Nicht? Naja, das senkt sich dann erst noch. Aber viel hast du nicht. Wird ein kleines Mädchen.
Ja.
Schön.
Kleine Jenny, ha?
Habt ihr toll gemacht, Mensch.
Der
Klasse.
Andi zusammengestellt. Weißt für da, dann brauchst du eine Sonderanfertigung, ne? Und es kostet einen Haufen Geld, ne? Das anfertigen zu lassen. Und dann haben wir gesagt...
Hast du deine Schuhe ausgezogen, Jenny? Stell die mal vor der Tür.
Dann haben wir gesagt, wir wissen ja nicht, wie lange wir da Platz haben, ne? Alle. Und haben wir gesagt, stellen wir es so zusammen. Und das haben die
They're
ringsum
talking
so
about all the plans and the
rumstehen
kitchen
gehabt,
and
ne?
everything.
Und dann haben die gesagt, ich mach das,
Was?
ich mach
Was ist deine Schuhe da?
Dann hier, Tim, nimm die ab.
Kunterbunt, ne?
Sieht doch gut aus.
Jenny.
Weißt du, da gibt es ja so Folien zum...
Sieht doch schön
Was
aus.
machst du dann?
Brent,
Nee, nicht hier.
You just got here?
Vor den Garagenwand ist Scherben.
Ach so, ach
Da
so.
haben wir jetzt bloß so die Tische gehabt und so. Ne?
jetzt hast du so lange Dinner at a girlfriend's house. Just mumping along.
Der Andi hat ja gar nicht gelesen richtig voll gemacht. Na, ich nicht.
Mutter, hast du Geld vom Vater mitgebracht?
Carsten, ich habe deinen
Bist du
Vater
wieder
nicht mehr
pleite,
gesehen.
ha? Du hast doch so viel Geld gehabt.
Genau.
Ja.
Roma. Going out for a walk. We just woke up.
Ja.
Here. The beautiful roses
Da denke ich manchmal, wenn ich in
that go
Amerika
up on
sitze,
top,
geht es mir manchmal genauso.
right over.
Wenn ich den Brent nicht hätte, wäre ich nie nach Amerika gegangen.
And
Aber
Das habe ich schon oft gedacht.
now they've changed the ball all the way up and over. And grapes. Grapes hanging over. And this is their garden or front yard. And a patio. Down here where we slept, there's a large guest room. Still overcast, unfortunately. You can see the Gartenschwerk. And here, the gate, the mail gets put in a secure box, and here's the gate.
You can just stop now.
Home and Marina's home. There's their garage.
The garages belong to them.
Yeah, the garages. They've got everything really nicely fixed up. Here we're on the street, Barbara's in front of me, and we're going for a walk.
Ich habe mir gesagt, Gartentür.
The post hauer, where the people give up their mail, and it's brought to Neumarkt and sent to America. This is more or less the center of town. These are some stores and stuff. It's Saturday morning, people are purchasing their stuff. I'm going to cross the street.
Wenn, dann würde ich mal den Cobblestone und sagen, dass das dazu da ist, die Autos zu verlangsamen.
Yeah, these things, these cobblestones are there to slow down the cars, as well as to make it easier to get back in case they have to work on anything.
Und jetzt kannst du schon anlassen und auf
Yeah.
das Haus schwingen.
This is Andy's parents' home.
We are not going to visit right now, though.
No, we're just
We
going
don't
for
have
a
the
walk.
time. They have a nice swimming pool in the
Nice swimming
backyard.
pool in the back and everything else. And a nice covered porch there.
It's copper on top. It's a copper thing. And then the garage, two garages.
The garages.
Springst du dann und so hin und her.
Yeah, sure. Have wonderful meals at the restaurant here.
Also die Oma müssen wir aber auch noch mal draufnehmen. Die ist ja so goldig.
I just took pictures of you and her standing on the porch.
Ach so.
Or what's the thing we need?
These are the containers we can pour. Glass, newspapers, over here.
Yeah, I know. I can't swing either like that. Everybody depositing glass, newspaper, and everything in the various colored containers for recycling.
Und dann kannst du jetzt stoppen.
Here, and I'm standing in the middle of several small stores here. It's like a marketplace. Every small town has one. That's the drugstore. Here's a bank, a grocery store, the other side of the restaurant, a drink for bottled drinks, and a catalog sales store. They're building a new city building here. Down below there is a store that sells books and paper and stuff you need for school. And there'll be shade and so on and so forth. Here's a bulletin board that carries all the news from the area here. Showing what's happening.
Europawahl.
The European election here. Travel agent. The bakery. Florist and vegetable.
Maybe they have a driving problem here, huh?
Yeah. You can see it's packed full down in here. Everybody's doing their shopping because the stores close at 1. And here's a statue.
Did you notice yesterday when we saw that video from those people that it's really important to have this high-speed thing because
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get that.
Just take a little of the marketplace and I'm getting some rolling.
Okay, Barbara's gonna go into the store and get some rolls. Here, I'm gonna get the towel. Here's Marienberg. This is the, one of the churches. The cross shows that it's going to the church. Mach nicht. Do you want to go in there and get wet? In this one? Yeah. Shows what's on there. We'll get on this side and see what we can pick up. It's also a here. You can see the water dripping down. And each of these rocks has the name carved on there of what town they say. In other words, what direction you would have to go to get that town and the year that it was founded. 1001. This one. That was founded in 717. This one I can barely read. Founded in... Here's one of our favorite stores too. And the meat market there.
Bei euch kann man aber leicht einbrechen. Der Carsten hat einen Schlüssel und lässt jeden rein.
Lass du deine Schuhe an?
Ich lasse die Schuhe nie an.
Doch.
Ja,
hallo, grüß dich, Herr Stock.
Hallo.
Wieder im Land her?
Ja.
Ach, der Brent, hallo, grüß dich. Oh, Mann.
Hier ein paar Blümchen für dich.
Oh, besten Dank, aber jetzt habe ich mich nicht getraut. Ach, ist das schön.
Und wie geht's euch?
Ja,
ich hab dich gestern schon...
Carsten.
Kuckuck. Ihr habt doch schön.
Ja, da ist der.
Der
Das direkte.
Was ist, machst du mir jetzt meine Dinge?
Ach, weißt du was?
Ja,
vielleicht habt ihr ein Videorekorder.
Nee, ich mag schon nicht.
I'm up to Marina's house. I'm gonna walk up to show everybody where we used to live. This is Gerd Dumke's house, Gerd's mama. Here you can see. Carsten always stays there when we're here. And here. It's where we used to live here in this village, in Kemnath's portion of Postbauerheng. See the woods there next to our house where we used to live. There's the corner where if you turn right or left you're on Finkenweg up ahead. This is Leerschenweg, which is a type of tree. So I'll put it on automatic focus and we'll see what happens. Barbara, as I said, has gone ahead for coffee and cake, and I'm walking on up. We used to go for long walks here in the area. You can see all the trees and stuff that people have in their gardens. And how peaceful it is here. On a nice Saturday afternoon. Here's a post box where you can put it in. And a bus stop here. And some friends of ours live down this street down there, about where that second car is parked. Ortman's, where was their name, or is their name. We'll have to stop and see if they're there. As you can see, everyone has lots of trees and bushes planted. I was going to shut it off until I get up their ways. See the house we lived in when the 3 years we were here. Und da ist der Herr Vetter. Schwer am Arbeiten.
Ja, Brent, servus.
Na? Yes.
Ja, gut. Und dir?
Auch ganz gut. And Colbeck's their house?
Ja. Der ist auf Arbeit, der Kulbeck.
Ja, ich musste alles auf Englisch erklären für die Leute in den Staaten. And here, you can see the house again, and the garage is out there. And then next door is where Jenny's friends, Antina Maid, lived, with a nice tall hedge. They've got their privacy. And you can see here, he cuts wood just like I did and stacks it back there. Because you can cut wood very cheaply here if you go in and cut the small stuff. Here's Maid's home. Also a type Scandinavian. And you can see the patio and the pine tree. And then they have a patio in back. And lives a family called Willeys. They had a granddaughter come over from Canada. Her twin sister moved out to Canada. This is the way we used to walk when we go for a walk all the time. We'd just come out the door and walk over here, turn right at this corner, and we'd go up and through a short walk through the woods. It was beautiful. And that's where I'm taking you now. You can hear the birds singing and the fresh air. Jenny used to play with the daughters of the people that live here. Meyer is their name. They had 2 small daughters. Probably still do. And here's the building lot still open. Somebody owns it. They just haven't built their home yet. You can see the stand of pines and like a little pond up ahead here. Jenny and I used to walk through here. We called it the Forest of Friendly Feelings or something when she was younger. And another forest we called the Forest of Lions and Tigers and Bears, oh my, from the Wizard of Oz. But before I get there, I'm going to swing around and let you look back down the street. And here we go. We used to walk up around this corner. And here's the overflow pond, in case it rains really heavy. And they've planted some trees and stuff in here. Oh my! They've blocked off this path here because we used to walk up there, and they planted some trees. It's been sold, and the sign there says Privatgelände, private land. And here, maybe I can go up here and see. There was another path that went up to the left here and through the woods that we would occasionally take. When we wanted to walk. Here it is. Just a couple minutes on foot from the house, and you're such a nice quiet forest lane. Occasionally you can find deer and stuff walking through here in the evening. This is one of the things we really miss, and as well as the people, is to be able to come out here and just swoop, and you're in the forest thing. I used to do my training, my running out here. No automobile exhaust, just forest air. And the birds. I can see some people have been horse riding are riding horses through here, which occasionally you would see. This is what you would call a mixed forest with the coniferous, or non-coniferous, the leaf-bearing trees. I can hear a tractor someplace in the background. And the trail divides up ahead here. It then comes back together. We often used to walk on down this way, and you can see one of the forest benches here where you could sit and take a break if you wanted. Just a log cut in half and braced in is a bench. And the way the forest goes down. And here, this pathway leads up into the farmers' fields. You can see leads out to the farmers' fields here. So I think I'm going to take the long way. Bella started with the cookies and cracker, or the coffee anyway, without me, so it doesn't matter. And here, we're walking down the forest path. Nice wide ones, small ones. And when they cut trees down, they plant them back. Here in this opening, you can see back here that they've planted smaller trees for the larger ones they've harvested. And they will come by and thin them out a little bit and leave just the healthiest ones. Here you can see where the land was cleared for replanting. And here you can see where they've replanted small ones. Small trees here, you can see have been replanted here in rows. I'm walking down back towards the village to a certain degree, towards Kimnot. You can still hear the birds. And see the forest path. There's not a whole lot left on this tape, so it may cut off sometime. Let me check it real fast. 15 or 20 minutes, if I'm lucky, that'll get me back up to where I'm going. Like I say, we used to walk and really enjoy the forest here. They've put up some fences different, but I think that's more to protect. Here's one of the benches here where you can take a break and just enjoy nature. And down through here you can see one of the exits. Here, I have to turn right. Ground's a little uneven here. I'm off the path a tad. But here's another path. Jenny used to like to play up here. There's a little bit of a hill and she would play on it all of the time. So peaceful and quiet here. Right up here we're coming to the place where Jenny used to like to play. We'd play hide and seek, and even in the winter time you could take some nice walks through here. I used to hook up a sled and she would be behind me. Right in here. Especially was one of I think her favorite spots. Right up there where the path goes. Up in there. And around in the trees here. And here's the one forest trail that I could have followed. It leads up to the farmer's fields. And down here to some houses. I'm just going to go ahead and cut across if it's not too muddy. But we spent many happy hours walking through here. They're doing some sort of construction here, probably with the drainage, because this field always had a lot of drainage problems. And you can see they're building something the whole way up. The building you see up there, which we're going to approach, is the volunteer fire department with their mini golf course next to it, next to the school. So let me turn it off till I get onto the road. Right of the construction. You can see this road that leads down to where we live in that area. We're up towards the center of town here, which I'm walking towards. And hear the birds just chirping away. Jenny used to like to ride her bicycle up into town just like she does in Allendorf. I wonder what they're building. But they're doing something. They may be putting in a swimming pool. In fact, I'll bet that's what it is. Garrett told us they're going to get a swimming pool. And this is probably where they're going to put it here. Next to the school, in the park. That looks like that's probably what it's going to be. Is their swimming pool there. And over on the other side maybe for non-swimmers. And we used to walk in this forest on the other side of the road too, but I don't have the time now. So, here you can see miniature golf in the shuffleboard area and the hill they use for sledding in the winter. Here's the miniature golf area. And the shuffleboard area. And the volunteer fire department area. And the benches. And there's the sign that tells you that this is the fire department center for Postbauer Hang, which is actually the name of the village, and Kemnoth is just the subdivision that we lived in. And here you can see the fire department. Here on the left was the table tennis club, billiards, and the German art type of bowling, which they call Kegeln, with 9 ball basically. You can see a sign that says let off the gas, you're in the school area, and shows a couple children. Let me see if I can get in on that. There. And here's a soccer field down here. And behind it are some tennis places. And you can see some people playing tennis over there. Here, you can see the school back in here. You can smell the honeysuckle right now. It smells so beautiful. This is the sports center there. And up ahead you can see center of town that we filmed earlier this morning. And here are the children playing up there. There's some type of festival at the kindergarten today. So let me get the center from here. I'll get the library first, which is also right next to here. Here you can see the main entrance to the school and the library. Back in here. And then it shot up towards the center of town, where all the stores are. Like I said, they're having a festival and the kids are jumping over here. And the parents are there. Here's some stone markers that show what direction what is. On headed up the street back towards Marina's home. They're doing some construction. And here's Andy's parents' home. And the little girl standing in front. Somebody walking their baby up here. Here's Andy's parents' home again. And that's how long it took to show all that and walk up here.
Auf geht's. Ja,
Grüß
das ist
Gott.
schwer.
Where's the woods, where the farmer's exit was, and we used to live right over behind that stand of trees. There we come. One of the cigarette machines. They're out on the street a lot. And this is the street sign for where Marina lives. This is called a Jägerzaun, or a hunter's fence. And there's some cousins of Marina's home. Garage door again. Marina and her family were actually transported to Siberia during the end of World War II. Not Marina, but her parents and grandparents. And it took them forever to get permission to leave Russia and come back to Germany. And during the 30 or so years, they never forgot that they were German and that they weren't Russian and that they wanted to come home. And here I am again, coming in. There sounds like the party's going in the room here. There's Marina's mother. Hello. Wie geht's heute? Wie geht's heute?
Ja, es geht so langsam. Ich habe noch ein Handy.
Macht nicht. Und der Vater arbeitet in den Garten mit der
arbeitet
Onkel, ha?
fort.
Ja.
gesehen hast.
Nee. Brigitte.
Hallo.
Hallo.
Wie geht's?
Och, einigermaßen.
Komm, ich will neben meiner Brigitte sitzen,
Wenn wir schon mal
wenn du sie
gefilmt werden.
aufnimmst. Ja, genau. Ups. Genau,
So.
hier. Komm, Bussi. So. Jetzt kannst du da auch.
Guck.
Marina braucht Block.
Marina's cooking something here, called
Ich
bluff.
weiß nicht, ob du das machen kannst. Wenn du das kannst.
Da weißt du, Marina.
Ja, ich weiß nicht, ob ich schon. Probier's, wenn
And Jenny's helping.
du es machen kannst. Geht es? Oder warte mal, das muss man...
Liebsten Mädchen. Gigi muss sich noch mal rumdrehen. Genau. Anderle dreht sich auch noch mal rum. Wir gucken gerade das Hochzeitsvideo.
Sind schöne Bilder geworden, gell?
Sehr schön.
Guter Fotograf. Das wird eine alte Frau, oder?
Ja, ja, da haben wir dann angestoßen. Genau. Wollen wir es filmen?
Jetzt machen wir ein bisschen zu.
Warum?
Weil das Fett, das riecht dann in der ganzen Wohnung.
Ach so.
Das Fleisch einmal.
Sie will uns nicht mehr sehen.
Mhm.
Naja,
Ich merke auch schon, vor meiner Kamera ist es ein bisschen vernebelt. Es wird von der Küche... Nee, nicht von dem... Das wird von der Küche her gezogen sein.
Ah, Gigi, da steht wie angewachsen.
War das jetzt nach dem Fotografen schon?
Nach dem Fotograf.
Musst immer mal rumgucken, Gigi.
Ich bin nicht telegin. Ich bin kein Schauspieler.
Das macht doch nichts.
Steht da wie...
Heutzutage
Hoffentlich ist
werden alle
dein
Leute
blödes Band bald zu Ende.
Ich habe gedacht, den Rest können wir ruhig voll Gigi machen.
Ja.